What's up, guys? It's the old guy trip, old trap skates. Here to do it finally. Let me give you a review on Lurpiv Trucks. And I posted some shorts and everything on there, but I just want to dive right into why these are the trucks I will be riding from now on. So, I got back into skating back October. I'm 43, 3 knee surgeries. I wanted something that I was going to be able to do good tricks with, nothing crazy. Just get back into it, flowing and around the park, getting that flow back, getting, some good grinds, slappies, getting curves really well. So I tried a few different brands. I tried slappies, good truck, not for me, too much like an Indy. Thunders, too low for me. Aces were great. Perfect truck, just for some reason they were too bulky for me. So having a surfing and wakeboarding background, I wanted something that was going to be more flowy, looser, which, like I said, Ace does. The loose truck saves lives. I understand that, and they were great. But these have changed everything, the way I skate, the way I lock in, the way I flow, things like that. What I love about these the most is the pivot cup, the block. And the pivot cup, it causes less wheel bite. They get really loose, but this still stops it right here at the pivot cup. If you can see that right here, it's got a great block on it. It's a great shaped truck. The way it's real light, slim right here through here. But when you turn it and you look at it normal, yeah, it's going to be throwing you off because you don't think it's not a bulky truck. It's taller. I still ride my own risers with them, but I like my board set up that way. So not everybody's going to enjoy these, like I do, or like the people that I know that skate them. But at the same time, every person I've known that's had these trucks, I have not yet heard them complain about them. You can tighten them back up. Yes, they're going to get loose. Aces get loose, but these right here truly are the loosest truck on the market once you get there. And I love them. They're easy to break in. The bushings are amazing. So these are the 160s. I ride anywhere from 875 to 9.5, shaped, popsicles, eggs, just different kinds. And I'll show you my two setups I have right now. These are the hollows. So these are really light compared to the normal, but I recommend these for larger boards. This is why I've got these, the hollows for my 9.5 setup that I have right now, because of the weight of them. But also because they're made so well. Only one person I know has gone through and actually broken these. A friend of mine actually did it, and it was pretty dope when he did it. But it took him a while. It took him about maybe 7-8 months, almost a year to do it. But at the same time, they last. So he has the solids. He rides professionally. He's amazing, great guy, good friend, and he's the one who got me on Lurpivs. So I just want to thank you for getting me on them, because I'm not going back to anything else. So I love these trucks because of how flowy and loose, and how they lock in, because they're not so bulky, and the way they come down right here when the wheel comes in, you're not going to get too much of that wheel on a curb, on a rail, anything like that doing tricks, because it kind of protects it right here a little bit more. So the inside of your wheel, lock-ins are great wheels, but it's going to protect it right here. And I'll show you that in a second as well. So I've got an Ace 60, which is, standard for basically the same size as this one. And I'm gonna show you the height difference in them, and also the shape difference. So it's the Ace. Don't get me wrong, I love these. They're really bulky. But these are the Ace hollow 60s, and it just if you can see that, the height difference in between the two, between the axles. And there's a slight difference in the height. The weight is tremendously different on these. these actually weigh more than the normal solid Lurpiv, which is insane to me. But these are also good trucks. Don't get me wrong. Not taking away from Ace, good friend of mine, hooked me up with these, and they've been great. So I've got them on like a kind of a cruiser setup now, I guess you could say, because you know they're great to cruise on because of the width of them and how thick they are and everything. So they're great trucks. Don't get me wrong, love them. But again, you know, Lurpivs are my thing now. So when I say they get loose, and this is what I'm gonna show you. So I've got 2 boards set up with the Lurpivs. This is actually an extra set that was given to me from someone that actually rides for Lurpiv. So it's pretty dope to get these things, you know, to try them out. And well, this is an extra set that was given to me. I was actually given 2 sets, and I went and bought the solids for another setup I have, which is amazing as well. But again, heavier board, heavier wheels, bigger board. You want to go with the hollows because they are super, super, super light. Even though the regular Lurpids are still lighter than most, well, just every hollow truck. So this is what I'm gonna show you. So right now, these are brand new. They're not gonna really they're not gonna show anything, because I can't show anything right here with this. But let me grab a board and let me show you what I was talking about. So if you give me 1 second. So these are my 2 setups right now. Just had a little bit of procedure done, so it's kind of been I'm on a bigger board now to kind of get back into skating after being out of it for about 3 or 4 weeks. So this is a 9.5 heroin symmetrical shovel nose. Great board. These are the solids right here. So these have yet to be, I've only read it a couple of times, still getting back into it. So can't really go by how, these aren't really loose now. So they're not broken in. So if you see that, they're not really, you know, nothing crazy about them. So, but great trucks. Love them. Love the heron boards as well. So I'm not, you know, I'm not getting told to do anything like this, but you know, it's just I like what I like. So you know, it's a dope board to try out, and you know, people ask all the time, "What's that ride? What's that?" It's just crazy look. It is crazy looking, but absolutely love it. And then got the snot wheels, got the wide boards, which that's what I was saying earlier. How you can see. You get close enough and see right here how that piece right here goes into the wheel, and it still gives you that grind clearance with a wider wheel, which is what I love about, you know, these. So that's a good positive for it. So if you're looking to hit like rails and things like that, no matter what size wheel you ride, these right here, they hold true to what basically whatever size and whatever you need to grind on, they hold true because of this, the way this is shaped. So I love that about this. So that's just my normal, that's just my new setup, the wide one, but this is my other setup. So these are the trucks I've been riding for about, I say about 2 months now. And when I say how loose they are, if you can see this, I mean, they're 100% like, look at it. I mean, that's their shaking. I mean, I have not loosened them up or anything. In fact, I've actually had to tighten them up a little bit, but you see how loose they are. I mean, they say loose trucks save lives. Well, these obviously do save my life. Like I said, and these there's wheel wells on this, obviously, but the wheel bite, even with the loose truck, like it is, it doesn't get too bad. And you know, back to where I was talking about the block right here. This is what I was saying, how even when it's loose, I mean, yeah, you see that, how loose that is. Like I said, I've not touched the kingpin bolt at all. They just really get that loose. And that's what I still like about this piece right here, is no matter how loose they get, when you turn, it's still gonna block and going all the way down so you don't get the wheel bar right here. You see, I mean, you go to a normal pair of trucks, it's going to be completely different. But these are absolutely amazing. I love these. You see, I've got my risers on them. A lot taller, a lot higher. You know, I can pull the aces back out and kind of let you see the difference. You know, how these are with the riser, as opposed to where the aces, if I put them side by side without a riser on here, it's going to look a lot different. But that being said, let's do this. I don't know who rides aces, but aces are great trucks, don't get me wrong. I mean, you know, it's all about preference for everybody, but my preference is obviously now Lurpiv. So if you look at this, I showed you the height difference in here before, but it's a big difference in height. If you go up kingpin to kingpin like this, you know, even though I've got the risers on it because I like them, but if you go to the edge of the riser right here, there's a big difference in them. And the way they're shaped, aces are going to be more, you know, they're gonna give you more wheelbase, whereas Lurpivs, the way they come in, they actually give you a little bit less wheelbase, which I mean, you know, normally depending on what you ride, 14.25, I go 14.25 to 14.50. It's kind of what I try to say. My sweet spot's about 14.375. So that's what I love about these as well. They don't take away, I mean, they don't, you know, make your wheelbase longer. They kind of keep it true, which is one thing I love about them as well. But the lock-ins on them, the way they lock in on the grind, I mean, they're so smooth. You can see how it's just an evenly, the way it is on the grinds, it's just even, it's great. You look at this one, obviously you can tell this is my front truck, so maybe a little bit more locking in, but you see how loose these trucks actually are. So yeah, if loose truck saves lives, then I'm good to go. These are but, and even the back one, like if I come here and you just we you know, it's just crazy. I mean, I don't know if anybody likes those trucks. You can loosen them, you can tighten them up. They got great bushings in them. The bushings are really, I've got I think these are hard bushings that are in these. I'm not real sure. I don't know. They were given to me, but I don't really know. So, but if you want to be, you know, a flowy skater, something easy to ride, again, like I said, with this little spot that I showed you where the wheel comes in. I mean, these are wide boys. These are real wide wheels, but they don't take any of that grind clearance away from your trucks. So, you know, this is my take on them. I think they're great. As long as they don't change anything, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay with, you know, Lurpivs for a while until I just, you know, they make them different or I can't skate anymore. So, you know, let's hope neither one of those happen. But anyway, I just wanted to give you the review, my take and everything on them. I appreciate you guys viewing. You know, just hit like, subscribe, and there's gonna be more coming. Some big things coming from me here in the next few months. Got a couple of things working on, and you know, with some skateboarding stuff. So once that happens, I'll let you know. Also representing Continuum Skate Shop in Charleston, South Carolina, and hopefully not long. This is something I've been working on myself. But anyway, I'll put Continuum in the link. Give them a look, man. You know, go buy some store swag, some boards. Jack, who owns it, known him for years, great guy. He's had it for 22 years. So, you know, go check him out. I'll put the website in the link, and you know, again, like and subscribe. Hope to get a lot of followers, because what I'm going to be doing for the next round of review is I just got some 933s, Reynolds, got those. So I'm probably gonna see how those skate. I'm also gonna do some wheel reviews of some wide boys. Again, like I said, I'm not getting anything from this. I'm just an old dude just trying to get back at it, and just anybody my age, between my age, a little bit younger, a little bit older, just trying to help you out in case you're looking for, if you get back into it. Just want you to be able to kind of look at my reviews, see what I'm doing. You can be completely different from me, but it's also helpful to have someone older to kind of go through and show you what it's like to do it. So anyway, that being said, guys, I appreciate it. Again, like, subscribe. There's a lot more to come, and hope you guys have a good one. Have a great weekend, and let's say first next week have some new stuff around. So, guys, peace out.